Whoa. What's going on, everybody? It's Terry Wagner with Ferris Property Group and the FC Tucker Company, and we are here with more Real Estate Genius. We're trying to make you a real estate genius in the central Indiana housing market, and so I bid you good day, sir. Good day, madam. We are excited to have you here with us and to share what's going on in the central Indiana housing market so that you can be a genius with your friends and family this coming weekend. And how are you? How are things? Are things good? I am doing well. A couple of weeks ago, went to New York City, the big city, for a conference for Inman Connect in New York City. That was an awesome time. I went with some people from our brokerage. I went with Todd and Megan, who are my partners here with Ferris Property Group. And we had an awesome time. We enjoyed the city. We had a ton of really good food. By the way, got to shout out my friend and my client, Tim Chesham. He lives on the west side of Indy and just moved back here a couple of months ago from New York City. So I was hitting him up constantly about, Tim, we're going to eat with this many people. We're in Times Square here. Where should we go? And he came up with all kinds of awesome recommendations that we followed, and some of the best food you'll ever have. So I really appreciate that, Tim. You're the man. You made me look good in front of all my peeps, which is good. Although now that I'm saying this, they realize it was just a recommendation from a friend. Whatever. The point was, I looked like a big shot in the moment, so can't complain about that. But that was a really fun time. We got to see a play. We saw The Play That Goes Wrong, which is also hilarious, and enjoyed that. I had, okay, this is going to be mad, but make you guys mad, but I had the best tacos I've ever had based on Tim's recommendation. We went to a place called Dos Caminos, I think. Dos Caminos. It's a taco place in New York City, and literally the best tacos I've ever had. Now, I know I'm a Taco Bell guy, and you know I'm a Taco Bell guy, but these tacos were unbelievable. And it's not like I'm gonna stop eating Taco Bell, and it's not like I'm in New York City all the time to have those tacos. So they're allowed to be the best I've ever had. Taco Bell is still just the love of my life, with the exception of my wife and kids. That sounded really bad. I'm sorry. Anyway, but a good trip to New York City. Glad to be back now in the Midwest, just doing our thing, doing our real estate thing. So, and I've been sick. I got sick right at the end of our trip, and ended up, I thought I had a man cold for 3, 4, 5 days, and I didn't want to be a wuss about it. And then finally, my dear, wonderful wife was like, hey, you've had this thing for a week. You probably should see if you need better meds. And I went to the doctor, and I had a sinus infection, so I got a Z-Pack, and that got me shipshape. But the man cold is such the stigma now for dudes that we're afraid to be sick. I will just tell you that I kind of feel like I'm being a wuss every single time I get sick, because I feel like now guys just exaggerate, you know how the whole man cold thing works. But so I'm always nervous that I'm just being weak, and we're not about that here. So yeah, but I feel better now. Been feeling good, and just back to living my life. So Real Estate Genius, let's talk indie housing market. And by the way, this is going to be a little bit different, because I've gotten some feedback on this little live video thing, and people are saying, you know what, this is, you're giving too many stats. You're giving too many numbers and stuff, and honestly, nobody cares. This is the feedback I'm getting, so that's really hurtful. But I don't want to overwhelm you with stats and information that you don't care about. I want you to care. So I'm going to give you just 2 key stats that we're going to take away today. Anyway, Real Estate Genius, let's make you a genius in the indie housing market. So here's the biggest stuff to know. The housing market is up 6.9% over a year ago. So the housing market's still staying very strong. It is still a seller's market. We have a lot of buyers. We don't have a lot of homes to sell them. So it's making things go really well for sellers. They're getting top dollar. They're selling quickly. All that is really good, but it can be tough when you're trying to find a home to buy, because it's really competitive and there's not a lot of homes that are just out there. So there's a buddy in my office, and he said, I was meeting with a buyer, and he said, well, there's only one home out there, so just take them to that home and say, here's the house. and you can have it or not. Like, it's not quite that bad, but low inventory. But the housing market's still doing really well. Here's another big thing right now. Interest rates right now have gone up in the last week or so. So right now, looking around 4.375 for 30-year fixed. That is in line with what we expected and kind of what we talked about. So interest rates are going to be going up over the course of this year. We don't think it's going to be an extreme amount that's going to like crush the housing market or anything like that, but it is a consideration for sure. So we're not anticipating them to stay as historically low as they've been in the last several months. So we're thinking that's going to continue to trend up, hopefully not significantly, but keep that in mind if you are looking to buy. But that's kind of where things are right now, 4.375 for a 30-year fixed, okay? So that's all I'm going to tell you. I'm not going to talk about days on market. I'm not going to talk about different counties and how fast what's selling, and I'm not going to talk about average sale price because apparently you don't care. But that's fine. If you want all the info, you can hit me up. And let me know too in the comments, do you like more stats in this video? Do you like less stats in this video? Do you like more of me talking about man colds and trips to New York City? Do you like probably less of that? That's fine. Because I just want to help you out. I want to make you a real estate genius. And dang it, now you are for this weekend. So I will talk to you guys soon. Hugs and kisses. I love you. That was weird. I should not have said that. But I do love you. So like we got that going for us. Anyway, have a great weekend. I will talk to you guys soon.